Griffin's escape. Griffin escaped from the boys. He was without clothes in midwinter at that time. Instead of walking about the streets, he entered a big London store for warmth. He broke open boxes. He fitted himself with warm clothes. He had shoes, an overcoat, a hat, but was invisible. He took cool meat and coffee in a restaurant. He also took meals, sweets, wine, etc. in a grocery store. Finally, he slept on a pile of quilts inside. Griffin chased away. Griffin did not wake up till the next morning. When the servants came, he began to run. They chased him. He escaped by taking off his newly found clothes. This time, he entered a theatrical company. He hoped to find some clothes. Shivering with cold, he hurried to Drury Lane. It was the center of the theatre world. Enters a shop. He soon found a suitable shop. He went upstairs but came out a little later. He was now wearing bandages. Those were round his forehead. He wore dark glasses, false nose, and big bushy side whiskers. He attacked a shopkeeper. Then he robbed him of all his money. He then went to Epping Village from London. There he booked 2 rooms at the local inn belonging to Mrs. Hall. Arrives in an inn. The arrival of a stranger at an inn in winter amazed the villagers. Mrs. Hall, the landlord's wife, wanted to be friendly with him, but he told her that he did not want to be disturbed. He also told her that an accident had affected his face. Stealing of money by Griffin. The stolen money did not last long. He, however, pretended that he was expecting some money at any moment. Shortly afterwards, a curious episode occurred. Griffin had made himself invisible. He entered a clergyman's house. The clergyman awoke and he asked him to surrender, but he could see no one. He realized the room was empty. Yet the desk had been opened and the money was missing. It was extraordinary for the clergyman. Surprise of Mrs. Hall. The landlord and his wife, Mrs. Hall, got up very early. They were surprised to see the scientist's door wide open. They peeped round but saw nobody. Clothes, bandages, etc. were lying about in the room. Everything was in disorder. Mrs. Hall in great terror. All of a sudden, Mrs. Hall heard a sniff close to her ear. Then the bedpost leapt up. It dashed itself into her face. Both of them turned away in terror. A chair pushed both out of the room. Mrs. Hall almost fell down crying. She felt sure that the room was haunted by spirits.